welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. We're here on Fjellkanten. And how much do you want to bet it's going to be at night? Guys, I'm telling you, it's almost like I'm getting nothing but night maps. And the crazy thing is, at the time of this video being released, it's like mid-April. So shit should be like springy and stuff like that. But I guarantee you that this map is going to be nighttime. What can you do? What can you do? Now, I've already went over why nighttime Fjellkanten. I'm going to call it night, no. I was going to try to combine the words night and Fjellkanten to get Night Kilton? Night Kunten? I don't know. But you get what I'm trying to say though. So, oh, would you look at that? It's nighttime. And guess what? You cannot see shit. And the only way you can survive is to, I guess, avoid people who are auto turrets, as somebody put in my stream chat one day. And that's a really good analogy. If you played any tower defense game, and I'm going to name a very generic one, Bloons Tower Defense, you'll know exactly what the fuck I mean. Somebody who places down a turret, and it shoots at anything that moves. That's this game. Solos, nighttime, nobody can hear shit, and everybody's too inexperienced to move, because they're all afraid of moving. Don't get me wrong, I've been there too. But that's what this game is now. So, I'm actually watching that crash helicopter, to be honest with you. But check that out. It looks like somebody has a container. The red container. And they caught it what it looks to be in the exit underneath the mountain, but actually I'm completely wrong about that shit because they just died. That's the sound of people dying right there. You heard that pistol go off, and then that semi-automatic assault rifle go off? I always assume that people with pistols die. That's just me, though. I always assume that. But I have felt the power of the Luger at close quarters when I headshotted that one dude in elimination. I have felt that. So I'm trying to get a mission done. And that mission is to kill 3 Outlanders with an SMG. Now, there are plenty of great contenders for doing this. The ADR and the GAL. Well, I say plenty, that's only 2. The MP5 is doable. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I haven't played with that weapon so long that my muscles kind of forgot the memory of A, the bullet drop, and B, the bullet velocity. But I decided to bring out the ADR on the Fjellkanten. And I'm going to see if I can make something happen. And that right there is the sound of an SVU. Let this be an example to you all. Just because, that was a short ass mortar strike. Just because you have a suppressed weapon, does not mean you are audibly invisible. So right here, I'm waiting for this contact to firm up. But here's the thing. This guy's not gonna make it easy. He's not. So I'm trying to not get spotted. But he saw me aiming at him. The glint. Yes, this thing gives off glint as well. If you aim through a scope, it gives off glint, no matter how low res the scope is. Now, you see that glint over there? That looks like an SVD, or that sounded like an SVD. So that's the guy aiming at me with his SVD. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is why I always say I don't fire unless I know I can kill somebody. Old boy with the SVD only saw the guy with the SVU. He didn't hear me, and he didn't see me, but I saw him and he gave away his location. Turns out the guy with the SVU is being watched by two people, myself and this guy that's SVD. So I'm going to make it my priority now to go over there and shoot this guy in the head. That's what I plan to do. If he's up there and he was aiming at me for that long ass time, then that tells me that he should still be up here. What do I mean by that? I mean, you seen how the glint went off twice as I was running? He was aiming at me for not a second, pull out, and then a second, and then pull back out. He was aiming at me the entire time through the lens of his scope. To me, that says this guy is going to sit right here and wait for me to come back up. Now, I'm trying to get into the habit of pinging where I know somebody's at. That's why I put my ping right there. But here's the dangerous part. This guy can be prone anywhere near where I pinged him at. Anywhere near. So you see me here. I'm kind of... It's like I'm here now, but I don't want to be too pushy, so to speak. Because this guy can be anywhere. He can be in any bush. And as soon as I crouch walk, guess what? He hears me. That's the thing that's kind of like a backwards firing gun. You see somebody, you know where they're at, you want to go approach them. But in the length of time between you spotting them and you arriving at their location, they can be anywhere. They could have already saw you. They could be waiting for an ambush for you. This is why I'm taking my sweet ass time going prone and trying not to get shot at by an SVD at close quarters. And here's the final scary part I'm mentioning about this. If the guy's prone, I'm not going to hear him. Especially if I'm moving. If you got in headphones, some really good ass headphones, the sound of you will cover up the sound of him. That's why you see me, being stationary for a little while. And I'm like, where's this guy at? At this point, I'm past where I think I saw him at. At this point. Now I'm up to here. Still don't see him. This guy still got to be near here. And I feel like I'm right about that because remember that airdrop? Yeah, it's not at the cavern. It's in a bowl of death. The half bowl of death, I mean to say. It's actually below us. So, on some covert op shit, I'm still here crawling. But then I hear that SVU. SVUs don't fire for no reason at all. He sees somebody. Now, it's a matter of who does he see? So right here, I realize that they're beneath me. Because I play the audio back in my head and it's like, okay, well, they're not up. They're down. And so I get up, crouch walk for a little bit, and then go back down. Because maybe somebody else could be at that container. You never know. You never know. But I know that they're beneath me. I just can't see them. So that's why I'm jockeying for position right now. And it also helps that I'm like in concealment behind a sturdy behind rock too. That always helps. And an airdrop is still down there. Look at this. y'all know I love my ADR 97. But when I scoped in, that red glare around the yellow dot threw me off. Boy, that shit threw me off. But I put the yellow dot beside where I think I seen a dude, and then he moved. And that's when I was able to see, oh shit, that's his head. Put a yellow dot on his head, fired once, he dropped. Target prioritization, people. You gotta assess the situation. You gotta figure out who is the more dangerous person. Who is the more dangerous person? The guy moving around with an SVU who somehow still wants what's coming out the container even though he has an SVU, or the guy with an SVD that shot at the guy that seen the SVU but didn't shoot at you. You always want to take out the more dangerous person first. And if you can help it, try to maintain yourself not being seen while you get a vantage point on the second guy. But if the more dangerous player takes out the lesser aggressive player, you got a small ass window to eliminate him. But that's if and only if the aggressive player decides to go and loot his kill. If he's a pure bloodthirsty killer, he won't even touch him. Instead, he's going to use his PSD, find out that you're near, and come and rush you and try to kill you instead. That is a trade-off. And like I said, I knew this guy was a problem when he had an SVU and was still going for the container. I'm a man of reason. If I already have, let's say, I already have an L85A1 on me, and for the sake of argument, let's say a ZA M76 on me as well, then I'm not going to touch the container. If I bought those two weapons out my house, I'm not touching the container because I already got two good ass weapons. But if I'm doing a zero to hero run, and let's say I pick up an SKS and I find myself near the container, then hell yeah, I'm gonna open that container because I can use the upgrade. But if you're already driving a Ferrari and you see, I don't know, a Lamborghini. Matter of fact, pause. This is my Need for Speed knowledge coming in that the game just taught me. If you're driving an Audi R8 V10 and then you see a Lamborghini Huracan, that overpowered ass car from Need for Speed 2015, those two cars have the same engine. You're not getting an upgrade. If you bring out an L85 and you go for the container and you find another L85, you're not getting an upgrade. You're just getting the same thing in a different part on your body. What I'm trying to say is this. I'm not greedy. That's all I'm going to say. So people, I'm going to try to get this mission done in the next few videos. If you don't see me do it, then that obviously means I died doing so. But yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.